Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Antonio Neves for YoungEntrepreneur.com, and I'm really excited to be joined by an entrepreneur, an investor, and you probably know this guy best from Aboutme. This right here is Tony Conrad. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, it's awesome to be here. Thanks, man.
So for people who don't know, those maybe 3 or 4 people, what Aboutme is, what is Aboutme?
So the idea around Aboutme was that we thought there was an opportunity for people to take control back of their voice about how they see themselves. And we wanted to give people a set of simple tools that enabled them to curate a page, to make a page about themselves for others to be able to learn about them, and also find out where they're active on the web.
And for many people now, Aboutme, it's like their landing page. Like, of course, you can have a personal website, but now it seems to taken over where you want people to start.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point, is that, you know, with social media and how it's exploded, you know, we're all incredibly active in Twitter and LinkedIn and Facebook, and I love all these services. They provide amazing value to me as an individual, but the notion of them being the starting point of my identity, I think, is somewhat misguided, right? I'm not defined by my tweets. I don't feel like, you know, my social graph represents who I am. I don't feel like my professional experiences capture the more holistic view that I have of myself, and I certainly don't want to be defined by, you know, algorithms in a search engine. So the idea is that people have their own page that allows them to kind of serve as a starting point for when you want to get to know me, and once again find out where I'm active on the web. Where's my Twitter, where's my LinkedIn, where's my Facebook, and all those things.
You guys were around for a very short amount of time before you were acquired by AOL. Was that something you anticipated? How did that happen so fast and getting acquired?
Yeah, we clearly did not anticipate getting acquired so early on. But I think, you know, this was at a point in time where AOL was just going public. And they're doing what great companies do. They reinvent themselves, and they try a bunch of different things and try to figure out growth. They try to clean up their existing business and all that. And AOL was certainly in that mindset. In fact, we had a very thoughtful conversation that took place over 1 year. And where we got to was that we felt that Aboutme would just be better as an independent company and set up, you know, kind of to thrive in that environment.
It seems more than ever people are talking exit strategy before they even have a company. So for those young entrepreneurs who are watching, if they're building something with selling it in mind, is that the right or wrong way to go about building a company?
No. I mean, I think there's 2 nuances here. Should you have an idea of who might acquire your business when you set out to build it? Sure. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having that checklist. There's nothing, I mean, I think part of your strategy as you're building it, you should seek the counsel and advice of those people that might be acquirers. I think you should absolutely get to know, you know, those people that, you know, could potentially impact your future down the road, right? I think it's just smart, you know, block and tackling kind of business. And you do it over a time frame where you don't have a gun to your head that you're trying to sell something, right? But you know, personally, I can only speak personally. I don't, you know, start things because I want to sell them. You know, I mean, maybe ultimately I want to make money. Sure, you know, I like to make money like everybody. I like the validation that comes with that, like anybody. But when you're starting something, I think you really have to have a core belief around the vision and the importance of what you're doing. And for me, what I've learned is that I'm not interested in just building another widget. Right? In some ways, that's been the lifeblood of the technology industry. The steam engine and computers and automobiles, these incremental kind of evolutions have been important, but they don't define something that, to me, is meaningful or exciting to go after. What I want to go after is something that I think is going to impact people's lives. I like to say a lot of these founders, you think they're starting companies, but what they're really doing is they're sparking movements. And that's what's most interesting to me.
Well, Tony Conrad, thank you so much for your time
during
this interview.
Hot.
I really appreciate it. Awesome. And for you guys out there, thank you so much for joining us. And for more information on topics like this, make sure you stay right here on YoungEntrepreneur.com.